Hello.
Hey, is this Doseone?
This is he.
Hey, how you doing? This is Dustin from the 5 Count.
What's the word, Dustin? How you doing?
Good, man. I'm here with my co-host, Ton.
Hey, man, what's up?
What up, man? How's the airwaves treating you guys?
Pretty good, I guess.
Yeah?
We're just doing a little bit of nothing right now, but yeah, it's decent. We get a pretty good reception most of the time.
Oh, that's great. What do you like? Do you wear certain outfits? You guys dress up? when you
Yes,
broadcast?
we dress up and then we have little webcam sessions. Yep, sort of like the way that Howard Stern
chat
was.
roulette. I've heard of this. You
Yeah,
guys are on
yeah.
chat roulette.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everybody at South by Southwest was talking about chat roulette.
Yep, that's us.
Yeah, we made up that whole thing.
You guys are huge. I just got to tell you.
Not as huge as you, though, apparently.
Well, you know, I get around. I sleep with a lot of managers. gets me fucking places. So, yeah, you know.
We sleep with a lot of managers too, but unfortunately, we're in a volunteer position, so.
Oh, you sleep with like children's soccer team managers?
Yeah.
That won't get you anywhere. Yeah, that'll just get you Gatorade.
Well, it gets us good
Stuff like
seats, I guess, but.
You might get like a discount on indoor soccer shoes or something.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I will take that.
Ton has some great cleats.
I do,
Think
yeah.
what you come.
Some nice kicks and a little Gatorade to tide me over. I can handle it.
I got the other day I had I don't get very many, like, you know, strange famings, but I got into a taxi cab drunk as a skunk the other night, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm going to Lake Merritt. Guy turns around, he's like, Dose? I'm like, oh, what?
Oh, man.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, hey, man, you know, I'm into some of your stuff. You know, I dig Anticon, but I don't really like your stuff. When I listen to rap, I like black folks, but I really like Y. And I was like, what? This is awesome. You're the greatest. I know you know me, but don't know me cabbie I've ever had.
Yeah,
It was really dope.
that's awesome. Wow.
He came clean.
So, you mind if we ask you a couple questions?
No, what's up? Let's do it.
Well, first of all, we could start with the Anticon label. You're one of the co-founders, right?
Yes.
How did that all get started?
Man, that was a millennia ago. A decade and some change, to be precise. And it really started through tape trading. We were all diehard fans of one another. And one another at that time was like 4 clusters. There was Mr. Dibbs and myself in Cincinnati, who were, you know, we had become like a triumvirate with Gel, who was in Chicago. He would take his mom's car and drive down with the SP in the trunk and kick it with us. And then there was Slug and the Atmosphere Camp, budding rhymesayers. And then there was Soul and his posse in Maine, which was Alias was largely making beats back then, and DJ Mayonnaise.
Okay.
And then the Pedestrian was in L.A., and then the Sebutones we talked, but we weren't as in touch right away, just because email wasn't as popping and all that. And then we all just started, like, falling in love with each other's music, and then we were like, let's just get bus tickets. And we met in Minneapolis, recorded Deep Puddle, and then quickly found out no one wants to put out space rap or whatever. We were, you know, we've been here through all the many autumns. Now, like, scarf party rap is really cool, you know? And when we started just doing anything different, made the independent distributors not want your music, which means forget about kids. You couldn't get it in stores.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, we should probably start our own label, put this stuff out. And we did. We started Anticon, Pedestrian, and Soul, thought up the name late one night, called me on the phone in Cincinnati when I was living with Y, when he was playing bongos in the band that we were in and recording 4-track tapes. And they were like, Anticon, what do you think? And I was like, sounds great. And then the rest was blood, sweat, and bullshit, man. A lot of crazy stuff with distributors. We had a guy that we had run the label for a while who ended up being like a junkie. Like it's like a VH1 special waiting to happen. You know, but it was all real. We learned everything the whole way. We've been Well, it looks like lots of things, I'm sure, to all the varying shades of people and all their varying shades of knowledge with respect to independent music and the industry they're in and its deteriorating state. But, yeah. It's for the most part, we've always been like, the ship gets blown up and we thatch a bunch of the boards that are left together, like a different ship, and the confidence and time has always been spent in the music. And the business has always been like, I don't know. It's kind of, it's what it is. But so here we are. And then over the years, Anticon now is a full-on label. I think to some people it's perceived as like an exclusionary thing because we are this group of people that started it as like a get-along gang. But over the years, it's kind of like if the music is dope, we are always open arms. And we've been grabbing people off the streets for a long time. And the past year, I signed Serengeti, and we got this new guy, Bass, who's stunning and 20. And, we're always like, it's great because I got to say, like, one of the things that is worth doing this for is putting out people's music. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's not, you don't get a merit badge. But at the end of the day, for me, it's like, it's just as good as a gold brick, giving somebody a chance. And we don't rip anybody off. It's all a bunch of artists. It's really cool that I can lead people to a place that there's no bogus, it's not anybody's seed money. It's not like a company, an artist runs, so it's safe.
So you're pretty involved with the business side of things then?
Well, we have a guy, Sean Koplow, who runs the day-to-day, and he's the man with the plan. And he's constantly killing it. To be honest, man, I had to, like, step back from doing the business full-time a long time ago because, like, to really focus on the art and be, like, I don't know, to go there, whether it's for a poem or a beat or my own sanity, I can't be doing that stuff. It's a lot. It's hard. It's enough to just manage every tour when it comes up and all the stuff that I do and manage the campaigns of my individual records. But Sean does it all. He runs it like a tight ship. Because, it's crazy. A lot of the labels, Def Jux just went down, and it's like a whole new era in this, like, the whole, the forest was trembling with fear that everyone, there's something's coming. It's going to kill everybody. It's kind of happening now. It's not really just a rumor. And it's and it's, I don't know. I can't say that, like, the death of any stuff like that is good for the industry, but it's a weird, oversaturated era we're in. I can't say that I really have a clear idea of what the proper medicine is for this, but I don't know. At least for us, we've always stuck by our art, and over time, I feel like at a point, the fact that we're the real deal and that we have never got more into our haircuts than our albums or anything like that, like that's the real deal. And over time, I feel like that comes to the top and at a point becomes, something worth investing in. And so it's like, it's cool. And then what it does in the immediate time is it, gives trust and like kind of, it's nice to run a brand you can trust. We're not who's the guys that make all the shampoo and all the cereal, like, there's no, it's funny, there's no white devil in our white devils. bunch of white devils over here having a good time with no white devil in them. Ice Cube would be proud to sell out.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
This Disney ass. He's chasing talking raccoons around a roof somewhere right now. Oh my God, $1.
You don't see yourself making any family movies on the RV or something?
Yeah, about rape. No, I think, I don't know, man. Kids are cool, man. No, I think I talk often about poor Ice Cube and what he's done, and I think a lot about, like, forget about this indie stuff. I've been teaching these kids to freestyle, and so I think about, like, the pliable tenets in rap that existed when I was young under them that still can exist for these kids without them, like, acting like they're believing in Uncle Dose. Uncle Dose says, you can't kick mittens. It's like things I try and imbue upon them, the things that are permanent in rap. And then when I look at all the, are so many of the kings have faltered in their middling age, let alone their old age, and like Ice Cube to be doing movies like Triple X where he's working for the man and doing cheeseburger ads in the movie and then have the records that he did be as significant as they were to like how an entire generation perceives the police, as on a low-flying level.
Yeah.
Like I think that's tragic. And a lot of these rappers, like there's folks like Brother Jay who are still mean every word that they say and haven't compromised, and you don't see them on Pepsi cans or Wheaties boxes. But again, they weren't as like palatable to the world, therefore they couldn't really have a long career and tons of belief in them,
right?
Fans, and violence or whatever it is. But I don't know. It's just crazy. Sometimes I sit there and I look at my rap collection and I'm like, all right, where can I lead these kids? There's still something happening at the other end, and it's not just like it's like crazy. 20 years later and I'm already showing them this. It's like a history book and there's the pictures stop at a point of so-and-so the rapper. I'm like, yeah, but you don't want to hear any of these records. Once Common grew a beard, throw all these albums out the window, It's like, but like I think it's weird, and there's but I think about that stuff a lot lately, and especially as I'm going back and doing rap with Jeff again. I think we're going to pretty much stay very focused on when he and I make music, we make our kind of rap, the rap that we believed in as it's augmented through us, and that's
Yeah, when you guys
kind of the MO.
When you play with themselves live, it's almost like the old style with the MC and the DJ. How it should be. I personally think, but
yeah, no, that, and that's the thing that to not stay numb to what you're doing 60 nights in a row. We like Jeff and I realized we're really kind of like all these songs we make are cool. Sometimes you're like, damn, that's a rap song. That's a weird way to make a rap song. I like it, but live. There's this thing happening where we're actually like some of the first live rap, and I actually think, and one of the greatest performances I ever saw as a kid and have seen is like the Roots live, but
yeah.
That's a band playing rap. That's a band playing some rap. We're like, we power up and the rap starts. We stop hitting the buttons and the rap stops, and it's like, I'm loving that it's like this actual live rap thing. It's not covering, it's not like Stet, like there's all the Stet and the Roots are very perfect examples of that stuff done well,
Yeah.
And then Jeff and I are doing this whole other thing, and I'm also digging the minimalism. So I think on the next record we're going to like write a record and tour it and play it live and then record it at the end and then go out and tour it again like as it's finished, and kind of have some fun, keep ourselves young, play, and get into this whole like drum machine and me and him thing, the space. Because when you make, I don't know if you guys record at home to the listening audience there, when you got Pro Tools and Ableton and whatnot in front of you, you got 49,000 tracks. You're like, oh, I could put a tone in. What's this space? Space is bad, And so it's like I have that problem because I'm schooled as a producer. I'm not a musician. So I don't really hear space between notes. I barely hear notes. I'm just like, I want something to go bam, a little more articulate than that in my head these days. But so, it's kind of cool trying to work with that.
Yeah.